Hey there, Greg. Just texting to make sure that you're all ready for tomorrow.
Hey Mary, what's going on tomorrow?
What? Don't tell me that you've forgotten already. I told you a long time ago that tomorrow I'll be leaving for that work trip and I'd need to count on you.
Oh, alright, of course, I remember. You can leave it all to me, don't worry.
Are you sure you're really gonna be okay? This is gonna be the first time that you and Sarah are gonna be alone together since she was born, you know? Are you sure you'll be okay, Greg?
I told you that I'd be fine, didn't I? She's only 3 years old, Sarah. I think I should be able to handle whatever she throws at me.
Sure thing. And you remember all about Sarah's allergy too, don't you? Just make sure that you don't feed her any eggs, okay?
Yeah, I know all about the egg thing, don't worry. Sarah can't eat any eggs or else she gets sick. I know all about it.
Okay, but it's not just like scrambled eggs or whatever. There are a lot of different things that eggs show up in. So you have to be extra careful and check the ingredients of whatever you're gonna feed her.
I'm only gonna be taking care of her for the night, right? Like I said, I'm pretty sure I can handle her if it's just one night. But you know, if you're so worried about me screwing up, then maybe you should prepare some stuff for us before you go. If it's up to me, I'll probably just grab us something from the drive-thru on the way home, if I'm being honest.
Oh, trust me, I was already planning on getting some things ready for her. But just remember that sometimes she can be a bit of a picky eater or just refuse to eat. And when she does that, she'll just keep on crying and crying.
Oh man, that sounds just awful. Well, don't worry. While you're gone, I'll be sure that she gets that kind of behavior out of her system.
What? No. I don't think it's even close to being that serious. I mean, this is your own child that we're talking about after all. I don't really think her crying over food is really a behavior issue or anything like that. I mean, really, if anything, that's just kind of shows how little parenting you've done since Sarah was born.
What are you talking about? How could you say something like that? You know that I have a job, don't you? It's not like these kind of things are up to me.
You know that I've also gone back to work since she was born, right? And that this whole time I've been working and taking care of Sarah, that hasn't been easy on me, you know?
Well, yeah, sure, but it's not like your job is all that big of a deal there, right? I mean, just what kind of company would send a woman on a business trip?
What did you just say? Weren't you the one who wanted to work at the company I was before I left it? And you just kept going on about not liking the idea of working at the same place as your wife? You told me to quit my job and become a housewife for you.
Is that how things happened? I guess I must remember it differently.
This only happened 4 years ago. And then, even after I did that, all you talk about now is not having enough money and barely making enough to eke by. Even after I managed to find a job for myself, it actually kind of shocked me that you would talk to me like that.
Okay, this conversation is getting annoying. I really don't care anymore. Anyways, yeah, don't worry, I'll watch over the little snot. And I guess you'll just go have fun on your trip or whatever it is you're really doing.
This isn't something that I'm doing because I want to, you know, it's for work. Anyways, I'm just worried is all, Greg. It's just that you can be a bit irresponsible at times and, well, Sarah's allergies. Especially just now since she's at such a fussy age. Maybe I should just call a sitter for her after all.
Are you crazy? You know damn well that we don't have the money to hire a sitter with. But you could always pay me for doing this.
What are you talking about? Is that a joke or something? This is taking care of your own daughter for just a day that we're talking about here. Do you feel no sense of responsibility as a father?
Oh boy, here we go with this nonsense again. Yes, Mary, I get it. You can stop all of this talking now. Anyways, I'm going out to drink with the guys from the office again, so I'll be home late.
You're going out drinking again. Just please try not to be late for tomorrow, okay?
Well, I have tomorrow off, so it should be fine.
Yeah, let's hope that it is. Anyways, I guess I'll see you later then.
Hey there, I have a quick question for you. What time did you say that you were coming home today?
What are you talking about?
Well, the guys from work were gonna go out and hit the bars again, so I just wanted to know what time you were coming back so that I can tell them what time I'll meet up with them.
No, not that. I already told you that I was on this business trip.
Well, yeah, but it's just the next city over, right? So what do you say? What time do you think you can make it back?
No, Greg, I absolutely cannot come home early from my business trip. Besides, didn't I already prepare enough food for you two to make it through tomorrow morning? And also, didn't you just go out with those guys last night? Can't you just tell them no this one time?
Because I don't want to? Are you even listening to what I'm saying?
Excuse me?
I'm saying that I want to go out drinking with my friends, but someone needs to watch the kid. Honestly, I think it's entirely doable for you, no?
Who do you think you are talking to me like that? And what makes you think that it's okay to prioritize drinking with your friends over taking care of your own daughter?
Okay, fine. I got it. So you're saying that I can go out after I put Sarah to bed?
Huh? Are you seriously talking about leaving a 3-year-old girl all alone at home while you go out drinking? Because you better be joking. And even if you are, that's not funny, Greg.
But you haven't even explained to me what's wrong if I do that. I mean, if she's asleep, I really can't see a problem with it. I'll make sure to lock the house before I leave, of course.
Okay, I can't believe I have to say this, but please do not leave our daughter all alone at home. I mean, you are her father, aren't you? You wouldn't be worried about her at all?
But I'll have been watching her since the morning. Think of how tired I'll be that night. All I want is a way to blow off a little steam.
Are you even listening to yourself? Besides, you have time to yourself every single day. I never have the kind of time to myself like you get. I'm always busy doing something. And now I am working, and I certainly don't have the time to come back home for you. So how about you just stop your whining and look after your daughter?
Man, you can be such a pain sometimes, you know that? Okay, whatever, I'll do it. Just chill out, okay?
What if Sarah ate something bad while you were out? That would be just the most irresponsible thing. How is Sarah doing? Did you manage to put her to sleep?
Yeah, I think she finally settled down and passed out.
Wait, what do you mean you think she's asleep?
Well, I ended up going out after she settled down, so I guess I don't really know exactly what she's doing. So she might be sleeping.
What? Are you being serious right now? You better tell me what's going on right now. Did you really leave our little girl at home just so you could go out?
It's fine. I gave her some cake. She loved it.
Wait a minute. What did you just say? That better have been a joke.
Huh? What did I say?
Did you feed our child cake for dinner, even though she's allergic to eggs? Please tell me that I am misunderstanding something here.
What are you talking about? Why wouldn't I feed her a little cake? Why would you even think I would lie about something like that? It's not like her egg allergy is all that bad anyways.
And then you just left the house to go drinking with your work buddies? I cannot believe you right now. I'm coming home.
Why bother? Everything's fine here now. Anyway, it's a big party tonight. And they said they'd wait until I arrived to start.
Wait, so this party is some kind of special event? Is it some kind of wine and dine for a client? Is anyone special gonna be there?
That's right. Yeah, there are gonna be some pretty big names there, like Dave Harrison from corporate.
Oh, but I thought you'd already canceled your plans to go to that one. What did everyone there say when you told them you left your daughter in danger to show up?
That's a bit of an exaggeration, don't you think? I think you're making a way bigger deal of this than it really is. Besides, taking care of kids is such a pain and boring. Anyways, I just got to the restaurant, so I probably won't be checking my phone all that much. See ya!
Wait! Hi, Dave. So sorry to reach out suddenly like this.
Oh, Mary, it's been a while since we last talked. How have you been?
I was just wondering if my husband happened to be at the party tonight. It's a bit of an emergency, and I was wondering if you could tell him to come straight home. I really hope I haven't ruined the mood or anything, but it's our daughter and an emergency.
Don't worry, I understand. But I'm not sure I know what you mean about a party.
Oh, I thought there was a company party going on tonight. Greg was so insistent that it was important that he make it.
I'm afraid I haven't really heard of any company events happening tonight.
Oh, really?
Actually, come to think of it, we haven't had that kind of party for a few months now. Yeah, we haven't been hosting things like that to prevent the spread of the virus and all. The rules around the office have gotten pretty strict as well, so there's no way we could do something like a party. It's nothing like when you were here and they were happening all the time.
Oh, I understand. So there haven't been any company gatherings for a while now.
That's right. Why? Did something happen?
No, it's fine. I just have one more thing I'd like to ask you if that's alright.
Well, I still owe you for all the hard work that you did around the office, so if there's anything I can do for you, please just let me know.
Thank you. I'd like to discuss this over the phone if that's alright.
Oh man, I'm so hungover.
And you're still not home either.
What? What do you mean by that?
Look, I already know it's the truth, so don't bother trying to hide it. I know that you never came home last night.
What are you even talking about, Mary? I'm literally at home right now.
So then you're telling me that you haven't even noticed that Sarah isn't there?
What?
You fed our daughter cake with eggs in it even though she has an allergy. And you still haven't even realized what you've done yet.
What are you talking about? Look, I'm sorry that I left Sarah alone in the house. That was my bad, and I admit it. But you take her egg allergy way too seriously. I fed her a little cake and she quieted down, so I just stepped out to get a drink.
Our daughter is unconscious and in serious condition.
What?
She was taken to the hospital in critical condition from our home where I found her unconscious. I will never, ever forgive you for this. Then again, if anything did happen to Sarah, it's not like you would ever take any kind of responsibility. I'll make you regret what you've done, Greg.
Wait, what? What do you mean? What do you mean she was taken to hospital?
Well, if I waited for you to come home, then it would have been too late for her. I had to ask for help from one of my old coworkers.
What do you mean, old coworker?
I'm talking about Dave Harrison. I helped train him when he first arrived at the company. I guess he still felt like he owed me for that time.
You talked to Mr. Harrison.
Funny, isn't it? Yesterday you told me that there was going to be a party for work that you were going to go to. But there wasn't really one, was there?
What? Of course there was a party. Everyone was there drinking. Well, now that you mention it, I guess Mr. Harrison wasn't there.
No, you lied about the party and went to spend the night with some women, didn't you?
How could you say that?
When I first learned the truth, well, I was just shocked. It was too low, even for you. I had never been so mad in my life. I am gonna make you regret everything.
Wait, just hold on a second now. I have no idea why you're saying this kind of stuff. First of all, what are you talking about with this other woman?
That's exactly what I want to know. You must really have no sense of responsibility as a father. Well, I'll make sure you learn your lesson from this. You better believe that, Greg.
Just calm down. It's not like that. I'll tell you the truth.
You're cheating on me, aren't you? And that you just leave our daughter in such a serious condition, it's unforgivable.
You think that I'm cheating? I would never do that. Mary, how could you even think of suggesting that I would ever do something like that?
Well, for one, your phone's location is on, so I can see where you've gone. Or did you forget that I can check that too?
Wait, you can see that too?
Of course, I was the one who set your phone like that once Sarah was born, so I've always known where you've been sneaking around to. Come to terms with the fact that we're getting a divorce literally as fast as the process allows for.
Wait, what? What are you talking about? We're not getting divorced. Please, you can't be serious about this. We have a daughter, you know. How could you even think about doing something like this to our family? We could never get divorced. There's too much on the line.
No, I'm doing this for our family. A divorce from you is what my daughter needs. Besides, you cheated on me and I will never forgive that. So I'll make sure to squeeze you for every penny of alimony and child support I can. It's finally your turn to know a little pain in your life. And the pain that you caused our little Sarah?
Wait, please. I just need you to calm down for a second. Okay, you're right. I was seeing someone else. I admit that. I did something I should never have done, and for that I'm truly sorry. But I promise that it will never happen again, ever.
It's much too late for that now.
But why, Mary?
Whatever you say to me, I have made up my mind. This is final. Sarah and I will be enough for each other. We don't need you in our lives. You were never there for us, and we could never rely on you for anything. And the cheating is just the cherry on top of it all.
You don't have to keep bringing that up, you know. Well, how is Sarah? She feeling better now?
Excuse me. Now you want to pretend that you're her father? You do know that it's all your fault she's in the hospital now, don't you?
But But you know that I would have never left her alone if I knew it would turn out like this. And I thought she was only allergic to eggs. But I guess I was wrong about that.
I cannot with you! How many times have I had to spell this out for you? You aren't supposed to feed her anything that contains eggs. If it has eggs in the ingredients, then she can't eat it. Our daughter is unconscious and in a serious condition. Do you think a mother could ever forgive someone who did that to her child?
I'm so sorry. I really just don't understand about her allergy. I would never do anything to hurt her on purpose. If you just explained it to me a little bit better, then things might have been okay.
What? Are you being serious right now? Do you know how many times I've explained this to you exactly as I did just now? But no matter how many times I tried to tell you, you just never ever listened to me. So how am I supposed to trust that you will now?
You're right, and I'm really, really sorry for all that. But I promise that from now on I'm a new man. Let's make up and forgive each other as a family.
You really will say anything, won't you?
What is that supposed to mean?
I already told you that I'd made up my mind. We're getting divorced. And you will never come to this house again. I'll make sure of that since it's my money that bought it and my name on the lease. And you haven't been able to pay your loans at all.
Are you being serious right now?
Of course I am. And you thought taking care of a kid was a pain? Just imagine how difficult it's been taking care of you all these years. So why don't you just leave us alone and get out of our lives, you piece of trash? And never try to see your daughter again. In fact, just go to hell. After that, Greg begged and pleaded with Mary, but Mary just continued to ignore his messages. As for Sarah, she was saved at the hospital but was told she would never see her dad again. The two divorced and Greg was never able to return home. At work, everyone learned about his infidelity, and the whole office, including Mr. Harrison, gave Greg the cold shoulder. Is it even possible for someone to work in a place where they're hated so much? Mary went to live with her parents, and with their help has been able to return to work. She and Sarah get along amazingly and are great friends. It seems there was only one thing holding them back after all. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.
Hey hun, is everything okay? You're awfully late tonight. Do you have overtime scheduled for tonight? I didn't know it was your turn this week. Maybe you told me and I just forgot. Anywho, I made your favorite broccoli casserole. Come home soon.
Yeah, sorry, babe. I think it's gonna be another while here for me. I have tons to do for the presentation next week, on top of all of this packing.
You have a presentation next week? I thought those only happened at the end of each month. You poor thing, you're working too hard. But what packing? What are you packing for?
Yeah, well, what can you do? I'm a lowly salesman. I'm packing up my girl stuff so I can move her into our house.
Very funny. What girl? Did you buy a puppy or something? Was it another adopt a puppy day at work today?
No, babe. Look, I'm really sorry, but I've been seeing this girl on the sly for quite some time now. It wasn't anything serious, and I haven't told you about it because I didn't want to hurt you. But it turns out Gina is pregnant. If that's not getting serious, I don't know what is. Am I right, babe? I thought she was yanking my chain at first, but she showed me her pregnancy test pee-stick. 2 lines. I can't abandon a chick who's carrying my baby now, can I? That would be the worst thing to do for a man.
What?
She's only 20 years old and has her whole life ahead of her. When she found out she's pregnant, she got scared and asked her parents for advice. But these heartless parents of hers, they kicked her out. Can you believe that? How can they do that to their own child, let alone a woman who is carrying a baby? I'm outraged. They sound like such terrible people, don't they, babe? So anyway, I got to thinking, and what better way to take care of my side piece and unborn child than to have them come live with me? Don't you agree?
I don't even... Jack, are you for real? Is this a joke? Is it April Fool's Day today? I don't know what you're up to, but this is not funny. Have you really been cheating on me?
Yeah, I'm not joking, babe. Gina needs my help.
Did you seriously just ask me if I can agree with you wanting to bring your pregnant mistress into our home to live with us? What the hell kind of messed up dark comedy sitcom do you think we're in? Who does that?
Oh, come on, babe. You're always talking about how if a person should choose to be anything in life, it should be to be kind to others. You grew up with a silver spoon in your mouth, so you may not fully understand what it's like to be 20 years old, pregnant, and homeless. Come on, babe. Can't you see I'm trying to do the right thing here? Didn't you make a vow that you'll keep me happy? This will make all of us happy. Trust me. Gina's only 20 years old. Can't you just, I don't know, think of her as your little sister? You've always wanted a sibling, babe, and you've also secretly wanted a baby. Don't think I've not noticed. I see how you look at other moms and their kids sometimes.
Wow, really? I had no idea you noticed. That makes up for everything then. Okay, go ahead and live with her. You do that, Jack.
Really? Wow, that was easy. Thanks, babe. That's very big of you. I owe you one. I knew you would be cool with this. You're the best.
I was being sarcastic. I didn't think it would totally fly over your head. But look at you, taking a whole half second to jump at my fake offer. Okay then, you go ahead and live with her, but I'm filing for divorce. If what you're saying is true and all of this crazy talk is real, then no way am I staying with you, Jack.
What? No, babe, you can't break up with me. I still love you so much. I still feel this burning passion towards you. I can't live without you, babe. I can't even imagine my life without you in it.
And yet you had an affair, cheated on me, your wife of 10 years, got your mistress pregnant, and now you want to live with both of us? I've seen cringy telenovelas with a better script than that. How dare you say you still love me? You don't get to say that. Did you have a brain transplant I didn't know about?
Babe, I don't know if you're the one to say these things to me right now. I think you should read the situation more carefully. Maybe. I feel like, if anything, you should be thanking me.
Thanking you? For what? I think I have a very clear reading on this situation, thank you very much. There does not exist a single parallel universe where I should be thanking you.
Think about it. You might finally get to be a mommy. You get to be a mommy without the pregnancy part and the gross boob juice and the stretching and the weight gain. You'll just get to sit there and one day, bam, a baby in your lap.
What? What the hell kind of dog yapping noise is that? How do you figure I'll be a mommy?
You know, because of your hysterectomy, you can't have children. Isn't the uterus like everything to a woman? You can't have children, babe. You don't have a uterus. I thought you knew that. So, really, you can't blame me entirely for seeing Gina. I couldn't fight my natural instinct to spread my genes. Living with you, it's been like living with a sibling, you know? I mean, I love you and all, but you can't have children. And when is the last time we even slept together? Like a real married husband and wife? I can't be blamed for not feeling any sexual attraction to a barren woman. You have to understand my situation too. I'm in a marriage with no future.
If you couldn't stand the fact that I had to get my uterus removed, why did you get married to me in the first place? Need I remind you that it was you who wanted marriage and never me? I refused your proposal 4 times before relenting. Are you that blinded by greed that you had to keep me around?
No, babe, it's not like that at all. I love you so much, as a person.
You just said you weren't attracted to me sexually.
I love you emotionally. I love you mentally, babe. Isn't that so much more noble than some hot, steamy, animalistic love? I can have that elsewhere. That's what I have with Gina. I need both kinds of love. I love both of you equally, but differently. I'm gonna be so disappointed if you can't understand where I'm coming from. I thought you were better than that, babe.
Wow, that is truly the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. You do not get to tell me you are disappointed in me. In fact, you should never be uttering that word ever.
I know how envious you get when you see a mother and her baby. I've seen the way you look at them, with so much yearning in your eyes. Do you know how sad I felt for you because you can't have one of your own? I'm trying to help both of my girls out by making you a mommy too. We can teach the kid to call you Big Mama or Mommy A for Amy. Come on, babe. 2 birds, 1 stone. Am I right?
You are incredible. I can't believe you actually have the audacity to be demanding something like this. In what universe would a girl like me stay with a cheating, scumbag husband like you? Or any girl, for that matter? Are you really going to sit there and pretend like I'm the one that's getting in the way of you living like some Mormon patriarch with 7 wives? And I'm the bad guy for not jumping at this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity? Who do you think you are?
What's so bad about me? What don't I have that the Mormon patriarch has? I have a nice car, a great house, top-of-the-line appliances, awesome friends. I am the definition of a self-made success story. Gina knows this about me, and she respects me so much for it. Come on, babe. Don't pretend like you've never told me how proud you were of me. You've thanked me for providing a comfortable life for us.
A comfortable life? Jack, I grew up with a butler and a housekeeping staff of over 20 people. I thanked you because I didn't want you to feel inadequate. I was trying to be a good, caring wife. If I had known you'd get all cocky by what I said, I would have told you the truth. Thank you for not letting us get to starvation and homelessness by providing the absolute bare minimum. Do you think without me and my parents' help, you'd have been able to get to where you are now? Do you think you, with barely a high school diploma and a half-page resume, could have landed your first job ever with a company as big as my dad's? So let me ask you again, who do you think you are, Jack?
Hey, I earned your dad's respect, didn't I? By making you fall in love with me? Nobody else had the balls to even try. What with you being from such a wealthy family and all? But I got you, and your dad respected me for it. That's why he got me that interview, and I scored the job by being a talented individual. Don't try to take credit for all of my success, because all you did was show me the door.
Fine. Whatever. Forgive me for not noticing your amazing competence, Jack. Way to go. Bravo. You go ahead and live in your own delusional, righteous little world with your teenage mistress. But don't try and drag me into that hot mess. I'm not about to be part of some dysfunctional family dynamic to an innocent child.
I wouldn't mind that one bit, babe. But what about you? Are you gonna feel disgraced and abandoned after 10 years of dedicating yourself to me? I know I'm being an asshole here, but I don't want to let myself get that low, you know? I won't allow it to happen, babe. I'll take care of you. I can easily afford to support both of my girls.
Do you even hear yourself right now? How can you be saying these things? In your right mind? Have you always been this entitled and obtuse? Please don't come home tonight. I don't think I can stomach looking at you right now, let alone think about you anymore. I will let you know tomorrow after I finish packing and moving out. After that, you're welcome to bring your little slut and do whatever you want. I don't give 2 craps.
Okay, babe, let me know. I understand you're upset, but there is no need for you to call Gina a slut. That was totally uncalled for. Please, just try to be a little more gentle next time, yeah?
Please shut up. Just stop talking. I have half a mind to pour cement down your throat right now, if it means I won't ever have to hear you talk ever again.
Hey, babe, are you settled back in at your parents' house now? I can't believe our 10 years of marriage is just poof, gone. I was actually reminiscing about the laughs, the cries, and all the other brilliant memories we share. I'm not gonna lie, it did make me tear up a little bit. We still love each other so much, don't we, babe? Are you sure there's no other way? There must be another way, babe. We owe it to ourselves to stick together through everything. Didn't we make our vows through thick and thin, through illness and in health? I can't believe you and I are over. We were pretty great together, huh? I'm so blessed to have met you, known you, and have married you. I'm so sorry to see you go like this, babe.
I take it you haven't been home yet. Because I have a feeling you wouldn't be recording this soppy, one-sided video log about reminiscing your life with me. I have a very strong feeling.
Huh? What do you mean? I'm on my way home with Gina right now. And I know you. I know you're trying to be harsh so you can really push me away. It's like that one movie about wolves we watched together. You still love the wolf, but to ensure its safety, you have to be mean so it won't come back to you. I don't remember what the movie was called, but that's what you're doing to me, isn't it, babe? Don't worry. I got your message loud and clear. Don't worry about me, babe. I'll be fine.
Are you done? You're really something else, aren't you? The scene from the movie you're referring to is actually from a book called White Fang. It's a very beautiful novel by a great writer, and the book talks about how love spawns love. It's all very profound. But I have a feeling you wouldn't know that. I have not once seen you read a book the entire time I've known you. And we have never seen a movie version of White Fang either. You were talking about that scene from Game of Thrones, aren't you? That would make more sense, and I'm not surprised.
Yeah, that's it, babe.
Shut up! I should have listened to my parents when they told me a marriage is a union of two families. And when those two families are at an unbalance, the marriage will be doomed to fail. You came from nothing, and only with me and my father's help were you able to live like you are now. It's really all my fault for thinking love really was all I need. How irrevocably naive. I guess I picked the wrong person to groom as a pet project. I would have been better off taking in a gorilla.
What? Babe, what are you saying? You don't sound like you at all right now. What has happened to you? Did you have some kind of mental breakdown because of me and Gina? You are starting to make me worry.
I have nothing left to say to you. I'm done wasting my time.
Hey, babe, what is up with the house? What happened here? Did we get robbed?
Don't call me babe. I am not your babe.
The house is basically empty. What happened to all the furniture, the appliances?
I moved out, remember? I brought all of my belongings with me. Is that not something you anticipated? Did you think I'd leave everything I bought with my own money? Why would you think that?
Oh, babe, come on. Why did you have to take everything? What am I supposed to do here? How am I supposed to not lose face in front of my new bride? This is so uncool, babe.
Save face. Is that what your priority is right now? Saving face. What face? Go take a good look at yourself in the mirror, Jack. You have nothing. You don't have a face to save. That is your reality. I've spent the last 10 years trying to make you feel adequate and feel like more of a man than you are or will ever be. But if I had known that would go straight to your head and make you into this smug, arrogant prick, I would have turned it down a notch.
Your parents have so many top-of-the-line appliances and designer furniture pieces. Why did you have to take ours? How am I supposed to raise a child in this house? How am I going to take care of Gina without a fridge?
Well, have you considered buying some new appliances? There are stores that sell appliances, you know. Furniture, too. You can even buy things secondhand. That might be a good option for you, since you'll be paying me a hefty sum for this divorce. Oh, and don't forget to buy things for the baby, too. The baby will need a crib, a bassinet, a swing, toys, clothes, bibs.
Whoa, hold up. What hefty sum? What are you talking about? Are you expecting me to pay alimony? Babe, I thought you said you were letting me go. I didn't know you wanted a formal, financially straining divorce from me. Babe, you can't dump this on me like this.
Even if there was no affair involved, a divorce usually entails an alimony from one party to the other. Since I'm the one filing a divorce petition against you, you are the payer and I am the payee. Seriously, Jack, pick up a book every once in a while.
But look, don't look at what I did as an affair. Instead, think of it as me trying to fix the one thing you've always been sensitive about. You can't have children, so I wanted to bring a child into our life in the most practical way. I never meant to hurt you.
You're saying the same nonsense over and over again like it will have a different meaning each time. Just because you keep telling me a piece of turd is a bar of gold, it doesn't suddenly make the turd stop being a turd. You have two things to do right now, and two things only. Number one, sign the divorce papers and agree to the terms of the alimony arrangement without fuss. Number two, vacate my house as soon as possible.
What? You want me to pay alimony to you and give up the house? I've lived here with you for over 10 years. Surely I have claims to some ownership and rights to this place. Just because we're breaking up doesn't mean you can throw me away like a used piece of floss, babe.
That house is under my mom's name. She bought me the house, and we've been paying the mortgage to my mom, not the bank. So to answer your question, no, you do not have any rights or claim to the house whatsoever. Not if you lived in it for 100 years. Unless you want to keep paying the mortgage to my mom and be our tenant. The $3,600 you've been paying a month is only a third of the whole mortgage. I was able to pay my mom the rest, no problem, but I didn't think you'd be comfortable with the amount on your own. If you are really hell-bent on having that house, you're welcome to buy it out from us too.
Where am I supposed to go live, babe? If I want to buy a house, I'll need money from the down payment. Where am I supposed to get that kind of money?
You would have had to get a loan to pay for alimony anyway. Why didn't you ask for a little more? What difference is a few more 100,000? Or you can check into an extended stay motel or someplace like that while you save up. Didn't you say you've always wanted to stay at a roadside motel? You're gonna be a father soon. It's time you learned how to take responsibility and bite the bullet. Sometimes you have to do what you don't want to do because it's for the greater good of your family.
Wait, babe, hold on a second. Okay, I think the situation has righted itself. I think everything can be fixed if you just come back. We can be a happy family again. Just you and me.
What? What craziness are you hurling at me this time?
It's Gina. She was lying to me this whole time. She just came clean. She was never pregnant. She just grabbed her stuff and bounced.
What now?
She only wanted to get with me because of my fancy car and my big house. As soon as I told her I will have to pay alimony to you and find another smaller place to live, she was like, hell no, and then she ran off. Oh man, you should have seen her face. She went from 0 to Snow White's evil queen faster than my Porsche going to 60. How can someone be so manipulative and so selfish? Wow, babe, can you believe that? She told me she has no intention of living with a broke old loser. Ouch, as if. I don't even know what to say to that. I thought she loved me. She came into my life like a freaking wrecking ball, and now she wants to up and leave? I'm at a total loss for words, babe. Can you believe her?
What a funny girl. Can you blame her, though? It's as if she's only 20. Who in their right mind chooses to believe a 20-year-old girl in her prime would actually fall in love with a 40-year-old loser in the first place? She played her hand, and once she sensed it wasn't going the way she wanted, she folded. I think that's very logical. So yes, I can believe her, Jack. She is actually very smart and very much acting her own age, unlike you.
Yeah, you think so? Maybe you're right. Aw, babe, you're such an understanding person. That's very chill of you. To forgive a young temptress who tried to take your husband away from you? You're a saint, babe. Now, if you can forgive me next, I'm really sorry, you know? I'm doing some serious self-reflecting. I think I can be better now, babe. I realize now that you're the one and only woman for me. Can you please come home now, pretty please? I'll live the rest of my life trying my damnedest to make it up to you, babe. I promise. Just give me one more chance. Think of all the good times we had. We were so great together, weren't we, babe?
Oh, how gracious of you. How can a uterusless peasant like me be worthy of a noble gesture like that? I wouldn't dare, your majesty.
Come on, babe. All those things that I said about you having no uterus, I was only joking. You know I never cared about whether or not you had one of those. I would never think any less of you for it, babe. You know that.
A joke is a joke when both parties find it funny. I don't know what part of my hysterectomy made you think it was a laughing matter, but it sure wasn't funny to me.
Babe, please, let me explain.
Do not call me babe. It makes me sick. My divorce petition was granted not long afterwards, and I was able to break free from my legal bond to that loser, brain-dead twig of a husband. It was a stressful, disgraceful process, the divorce, so it came to me as no surprise when I heard that Jack had lost a few pounds and a few nights' sleep over it. I guess he also felt awkward and uncomfortable working for my father's company because Jack soon gave his notice to terminate his employment. He had to sell whatever remaining possessions he had to afford my alimony and has been left with nothing, just like when I first met him in my 20s. At least back then he had a future, potential, and probably dreams. What a befitting end to an ungrateful man who'd chosen to forget what others had done for his success. Maybe he'll learn from his mistakes and finally decide to become a better person. Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe for more.
Hey, Matt. I got some strange envelope in the mail. I can only imagine that you had something to do with it.
Don't call it strange. It's a perfectly normal pamphlet for a Hawaiian vacation.
Sure. And why exactly are you sending something like this to your ex-wife's house? I hesitate to ask, but you aren't trying to invite me to go to Hawaii with you or something, right?
You got it, a fun-filled Hawaiian adventure. I know how hard you worked, and I thought you, of all people, could use a vacation.
Even if I did, why would I go with my ex-husband?
Okay, just picture it. A pristine beach of white sand, the beautiful blue ocean, waves, sun, drinks. It'll be the best. Come on, how could you turn down a summer trip to Hawaii? I guarantee you'll have the best time of your life.
Right. So back to my original question, why would I go to Hawaii with my ex-husband? The fact you would even think to invite me proves there's seriously something not right with your head.
I see you haven't changed a bit, and I love it. I understand it might be a little weird. It's just that this summer, my parents are having their 30th wedding anniversary. We're planning on going with the whole family to celebrate. I know that we've had our problems, but we want you there too, especially my family.
That makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. I'm happy for your parents. 30 years is quite the milestone. But why do I, your ex-wife, have to go too? You said it's a family trip. Why would you bring someone who isn't family then?
Yeah, about that. Kind of a strange situation, and I want you to hear me out. What if I said we aren't divorced?
What are you talking about? I filed the divorce papers myself, in person, just to make sure. In the state's eyes and our family's eyes, we are definitely divorced.
Yeah, of course legally we are divorced. The thing is, there are a few people who aren't exactly aware of it. To be more precise, I didn't actually tell my family about our divorce.
What? You didn't tell your family we're divorced? After all these years? You just pretended we were still together?
I know. I didn't plan for things to turn out this way. I don't know what happened. I was a little embarrassed about the whole thing, and you know how these things can get away from you. I've been looking for the right timing, but it just never feels right. That's it. I'm just waiting for the right moment.
I feel like I'm talking to an alien or something. Is that supposed to be an excuse? There is no such thing as good timing or the right moment when it comes to telling your family you got divorced. All right, ripping the Band-Aid moment. Call them right now and tell them. When they pick up, just say, "Hey, I'm divorced." It's really not that hard.
Oh, come on, have a heart. You know it's not just that simple. Telling my parents I'm divorced is one thing, but what comes next is kind of unpleasant, to say the least.
What comes next? There is nothing next. You just tell them and that's it. What could possibly happen after you announce your divorce to your family?
You know what's gonna happen. Are you really gonna make me say it? Look, I'm really sorry for back then, but you don't have to pick on me for it.
Pick on you, right? Well, the divorce process is over already, so no, I don't know what happens next. As far as I'm concerned, it's all in the past.
If I tell everyone we're divorced, do you think they're just gonna say, "Oh, really?" And then that'll be that? Of course not. They're gonna ask why.
Well, duh. Just tell them why and move on.
How can I just tell them? I have to tell my parents about how I cheated on my wife and she divorced me?
Just tell them. It's the least you can do. God, you're as vain as ever.
Vain? What part of me is vain?
You care more about how you appear to others than about doing what's right. You're so embarrassed you've been hiding a divorce this whole time. You're so invested in this charade that you're sitting here trying to get your ex-wife, the person you cheated on, to go on a family trip with you. They're gonna find out someday. Don't you think it's gonna be 100 times more embarrassing if you keep this up?
I know, I screwed up. I don't need any more lectures. This isn't exactly a picnic for me either. I'll tell them I just need the right timing. I know there's gonna be a time when I can just spit it out. It's just that time isn't right now. We're preparing for my parents' wedding anniversary.
If it's so hard for you, should I let them know? I'll call them right now. I'll tell them how their son cheated on his wife, got divorced, and was too cowardly to tell them. I'll let them know I won't be making the family trip too. I'd like to congratulate them on their anniversary anyway.
No, hold up. Don't call them, please. They really can't hear it from you. These kinds of things require a certain level of delicacy.
Then you call them up right now and tell them. I don't want to get dragged into this mess. Seriously, though, you are the worst. I really can't believe this. I thought it was strange I still got the occasional postcard from your parents. Don't you think it's sad they still think we're married? This is your family we're talking about. Think about someone else for once.
I know, I'll tell them, I swear. I'll figure something out. Oh, so please don't contact them. I don't want any crossed wires when I talk to them. I'll work out some situation that I can explain everything to them.
Hey, big sis, guess who? It's been so long. What have you been up to? Still alive, I hope. Huh? Courtney, is that you? Of course. Who else would be calling you sister? Don't tell me you forgot about your adorable baby sister. Oh no, the only person on the planet this annoying is you. But now that your identity has been established, how did you get my contact info? After I carved you out of my life with a steak knife, I blocked and scrubbed every trace of you out of my devices. I knew it! I thought it was weird my messages weren't going through. I thought there was something wrong with my phone or something. I even bought a new one. I should make you pay for it. Well, all considered, I guess I can settle for an apology. Well, I'm waiting. Why am I surrounded by crazy people? You understand the reason I blocked you is because you did something worth getting blocked over, right? Getting a new phone is on you. And how dare you just message me out of the blue so innocently? You stole my boyfriend. A boyfriend that I was discussing marriage with. I'm pretty sure I made it clear that you were dead to me after that. Oh my god, are you still hung up over that? It was like 1,000,000 years ago. I can't believe you're still so salty after all these years. What has it been, like 7, 8 years since we last talked? Jealousy is not an attractive color. You could be a little more mature about things, big sis. I know we aren't meeting face to face or anything, but this is still the first time we've talked in forever. You could be a little happier. I don't care if it was last week or last century, I'm never forgiving you for what you've done. So goodbye again. Don't bother contacting me. I will just block whoever's phone you use. A sister that steals their sister's boyfriend has no business contacting her. What? Wait! Hold on a minute, calm down. This is our first conversation in forever, and you're just gonna end it like that? Yeah. I don't even want to be reminded of your existence, let alone be chatting with you. So again, goodbye. Wait, seriously? Just hear me out for a second. Don't just go ending the conversation. I haven't even told you what I contacted you for to begin with, right? I know you at least want to know that much. There is absolutely nothing you can say that I want to hear about. I do not care. Well, too bad, because I want to say it. Oh my god. I must have angered a witch or something to be stuck with you people. What? Whatever. Ready? Here it is. I finally found the man I'm gonna marry. Listen, I know that we have some bad blood or whatever, but I'm still your little sister. I'm not saying you have to take to the streets and celebrate for me, but you should at least know about it, right? You're getting married. The girl who gets a new man every week. I quite literally cannot believe it. Well, believe it! Me and my man are days away from making it official. It's finally time for me to tie the knot. I'm gonna be an honest woman from here on out. Yeah, no way. There is absolutely no way a person like you is settling down. Your whole life, all you've done is steal other people's boyfriends. You stole them from friends, from classmates, from coworkers, family. You've never had any interest in a guy unless he was someone else's. A tramp like you is settling down? Yeah, no way. That's all ancient history. I mean, sure, there were a couple times. Looking back on things, I was actually pretty amazing. Men really do adore me. It's actually tiring being this popular, you know? Do you have any idea how hot you have to be to get that many guys to betray their girlfriends? And now she's bragging. Twitter would probably block me if I used the best word to describe you. I don't know what you're so proud of. The only guys you can attract are jerks looking to boost their own egos. No one would seriously date you. You're just a toy for a trash man chasing used goods. Oh my god, you did not just say that. I was just trying to be fun and you're being hurtful. How dare you call me used? You know when you say things like that, you're insulting all progressive women. Oh no, I'm not saying you're used goods. I'm saying that you going around chasing women's men is like someone collecting used goods. Like the garbage man. And calling yourself a progressive woman is the real insult to women. You say the weirdest things. I don't even know what you mean half the time. I'm not collecting anything. I'm especially not collecting trash. I can't help it if everyone's boyfriend just falls in love with me. Yeah, just falls in love with you. Don't talk like you're some victim. I know the lengths you go to get them to cheat. I don't do anything. I just be myself and they come running. My only sin is being too hot. You're just mad because your boyfriend liked me more. Well, in the end, he became mine. I don't think a loser like you has any business telling me off. A loser. You stole your own sister's boyfriend and I'm a loser. How shallow can you get? Of course, you lost. That's what we call people who lose. Your boyfriend was thinking of proposing to you and I got him in my bed. And as soon as I was done with him, I tossed him out. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know what you even saw in him. Your level of petty evilness reminds me of a bad 80s movie villain. Anyway, after you yourself just said all that stuff, you still don't understand why I can't believe a person like you is getting married. Well, I've had my fun. Enjoyed my conquests. I think it's time to settle down. The game can't go on forever. But don't worry, sis. I plan on going out with a bang. I'm finishing off my career with the ultimate steal. I'm truly afraid to ask. But I guess I'm invested, so go ahead. Who is it? You ready? I'm gonna marry your husband. But no, I'm actually being totally serious. So I know this is probably a shock and everything, but I'm gonna need you to get divorced. Don't beat yourself up over it.
It's not like you want to stay with the man who's trying to marry your little sister anyway, right?
Honestly, I was kind of interested in the climax, but you lost me again. You're going to marry my husband.
Oh no, you poor thing, you're in shock. I know how hard it must be. I can't imagine how you feel, having your boyfriend and now your husband taken by your little sister. If you need to cry, just let it out.
I really don't know what to say. This whole thing is so stupid, my brain stopped working for a sec.
Don't die on me here. I know it's a lot to take in. You're stunned. You're devastated. You'll never recover. But you can't let it keep you down. Don't dwell in denial or anything.
Yeah, in a sense, I guess I'm all those things. Not for the reason you're thinking. Just so this isn't some huge misunderstanding. What exactly do you mean when you say you're gonna marry my husband?
You really need me to spell it out for you? I mean exactly what I said. I stole your husband. Put him right in my pocket. Serves you right, too. You got married and didn't even tell me? I know you cut me off or whatever, but don't you think that's going too far? I was kind of annoyed that you didn't invite me to the wedding. So I figured if I steal your husband, then we'd be even. Don't worry, I'm so happy now. I forgot all about it.
Really? You are trying to marry my husband because I didn't invite you to my wedding. Even for a self-celebrating man-stealer, isn't that just a little bit juvenile?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing. Don't try to downplay it like that. Do you know how embarrassing it is to be the only one in the family not invited to a family member's wedding? I have a reputation to maintain. But that's fine. I'm looking towards the future. Can you even imagine the looks on everyone's face when I marry your husband? This is going to be my masterpiece.
That's one way of putting it. A twisted way of putting it. I have to say, though, I am a bit disturbed that as a fellow human being, I cannot comprehend what is going on in that head of yours.
Simple, really. I just think about what would be fun to do and go from there. You don't have any experience, so you'd never understand the thrill, the excitement. Imagine what it's like to have a guy so head over heels for you that he throws away his own wife for you.
There is something legitimately wrong with your brain.
On top of that, Matt makes a ton of money and lives in a high-rise apartment. It's basically fate at this point. The universe is telling me to marry your man. Matt is by far the most amazing man I've ever met.
Right. Just want to make sure for the record. You really plan on marrying him?
Of course. What have I been saying this whole time? That's why he invited me on a family trip. He's taking me to Hawaii for his parents' anniversary or something. I'm going as his wife, of course. I gotta go pick out a bathing suit. Hello, Hawaii!
Got it. I thought for a minute maybe you had the wrong person, but I guess not. You're really going after Matt. You're trying to steal my husband.
It's actually pretty funny. I figured that since you were married that this time I was gonna have a tough time being a married man and all. But he was my easiest win yet. I do almost feel bad this time. Taking your boyfriend was one thing, but your husband? That's on another level. I know, this is all a lot to take in, but I really need you to divorce him. Like, today.
No problem. Done. Your wish is granted. We've been divorced for 3 years now.
What? What do you mean?
Yeah, we're done. We divorced 3 years ago, so feel free to marry him whenever you want. All the forms and procedures are long finished, so he's ready to go whenever.
Huh? You're saying the two of you are divorced? You got divorced 3 years ago.
Yep, congratulations. I'm glad you managed to get one more trophy for your illustrious career. You managed to steal the husband your older sister threw away. You know, as much as I despised you, I kind of feel bad for you. It does make my life easier, though. Thinking back on it, it's kind of nice having a little sister who's like a trash can for garbage men.
What? Hold on, what are you talking about? You're not making any sense. What do you mean you're divorced?
Exactly that. I divorced Matt years ago. We are no longer married. He's my ex-husband. I'm not sure what you're not getting here.
No, that can't be right. You two are definitely still married, right? He said you were married. Why would he lie about that?
Oh, yeah, no. That's just him trying to keep up appearances. He's a liar. If you want, I'll send you a picture of the divorce papers. It's all finished. We are no longer married.
What? Are you messing with me?
Like you said earlier, I did get married to him while I wasn't speaking to you. The thing is, in that small time frame, he cheated on me and we got divorced. Us getting married and divorced happened all within the time I wasn't speaking to you.
You two seriously got divorced 3 years ago? No joke.
Yep. But like I said, he's a narcissist and cares more about how people think about him than anything else. So, it seems like he still hasn't been able to tell anyone about his cheating and our divorce. He's still keeping everyone in the dark about it. He doesn't even have the decency to tell his family. Actually, worse than that, he's actively acting like we're still married just to deceive them. All for his own pride.
No way. There's no way.
Yeah, crazy, right? He still hasn't even told his friends or siblings.
There's no way that's true. You gotta be lying. It's been 3 years and he hasn't told anyone. How is that even possible?
Oh yeah, I don't blame you for your disbelief. It's nuts, I know. But in any case, yeah, we're done, so enjoy him. He's all yours. If you don't mind picking up my trash, that is.
Hey, what do you think you're doing? Why did you go and tell Courtney all that, about the divorce and everything? Why didn't you just let her think we were still married?
You want to try that again?
This was my big chance to get married again. And now, because of all the garbage you fed her, the relationship is falling apart.
Listen, I don't know what's going on with you guys, but don't take it out on me. I just told my own sister the truth. Something wrong with that?
We were just about to get married. We were days away from signing on the dotted line. Now she's saying she only liked me because I was someone else's man. I let her keep thinking that you and I were still married because of that. I was so close and now you just destroyed all of my hard work.
Let me get this straight. You planned on tricking her into marrying you. And what was the plan after that? What's your end game?
I was planning on being a married man again. I got it all planned out. If I tell my family I just divorced and that's it, they're gonna ask all kinds of questions. But if I get remarried, everyone will probably just congratulate us and lay off on the interrogation out of consideration.
Wow, you live in a fantastical world, don't you?
Courtney was all over me. I tried to tell her no, but she opened my eyes to a real love. If I told my parents and family something like that, I wouldn't have to bring up the cheating. It would have been perfect. Everything was going so well and you ruined it.
You are absolutely ridiculous. You know, there are limits to the amount of stupidity and pride a person can have. Try thinking about someone besides yourself for once.
Whatever. What's done is done. Just don't go blabbering to other people about this. I'm gonna marry Courtney and that's all there is to it. I'm being completely serious. Don't talk to her anymore. I know I can still turn this all around.
Hey there, sis. You know, I thought things through and I've decided I'm going to marry Matt after all. Actually, we already did. I got my marriage certificate. I'm a married woman.
You two got married with that lying narcissist. Wow, I don't know what to say. Congratulations.
I did! Can you believe it? It's kind of frustrating to end my winning streak like this, but even if he isn't your husband anymore, he's still a catch. He makes 6 figures and owns a crazy expensive flat. So I put my petty feelings aside and decided to take the plunge. I mean, if you think about it, it would be crazy to let a guy like that go.
Good to see you thinking so clearly for a change.
I mean, he's pulling in 6 figures. Can you imagine the life I'm gonna have? I can just lounge around at home, go shopping as much as I want. It's gonna be heaven. I'd even go as far as to put my man-stealing ways behind me. If I get one this good, I should at least give him my all, huh?
Sounds great. I just want to make sure one more time, just to be sure. You really did get married to him, right? This isn't a joke. You filled out all the forms, got the marriage certificate. You're legally married, right?
Yep, we just finished everything up. It's all in ink. The notary and government people and everyone all congratulated us. Don't tell me you're getting jealous now.
So it's all official, set in stone, no takebacks.
It's all done. He's mine now. Even if you are divorced, I still ended up with him in the end. I know that can't feel too great, but no hard feelings. No takebacks. Don't even think about trying to steal him from me. He's mine and I won't give him back to you.
Yeah, no worries there. He's all yours. I think you two will make a great couple. I gotta say though, I don't see why anyone would be that excited to marry a man making $10,000 a year and living in some rundown apartment.
$10,000? A rundown apartment? What are you talking about?
Like I said, all he cares about is how people see him. He talks a good talk, but there's no substance behind it. You really think he's making $100,000 and living in some fancy apartment? I hate to break it to you, but you're describing my life. Matt's making about $10,000 doing various temporary employment jobs. Also, the place he's living in isn't even fit for rats. The cockroaches don't seem to mind it, though.
Knock it off, you're lying.
Like I told you, we got divorced because he cheated on me. I absolutely cleaned him out in the divorce.
What? Are you serious?
So he lost his car, his house, his savings, pretty much everything. Once everyone at his work found out he got divorced because he was cheating, they basically gave him the cold shoulder until he quit. After struggling for a long time, he finally managed to crawl his way into a temp staff position. Seems like he's barely keeping himself alive.
No way. You're lying. You're just jealous. I'm not gonna let you mess with my head.
Sure, no problem. So, have you ever gone to his place?
Well, no, I haven't yet. But that's because he told me you were still married. He couldn't bring me to the place where his wife was living. So we've just been coming to my place after dates.
Seems like his lie worked out in more ways than one. He's a narcissistic liar, but I can't fault his luck.
Wait a second. You said you're the one with a nice apartment and the big paycheck, right? You make $100,000 and live in some luxurious apartment.
Yeah, and? While you were out there stealing people's boyfriends, I was actually making a name for myself. I worked myself to the bone and now I'm living the good life. Actually, I think Matt was some kind of luck sponge. Once I dropped him, it seems like everything just fell in place. I got promotion after promotion once I split from him.
Oh, really?
Anyway, I gotta get back to work. Gotta earn that cash. Congratulations on the marriage. The beginning is always the best, so make sure you enjoy it. Have a happy life. After that, Courtney started living with Matt in his rundown apartment. Then they went on the family trip for his parents' anniversary, and of course the topic of why his wife looks different came up. So he had to explain how he ended up divorced and married with his ex-wife's younger sister, which went over as well as you could imagine. The real icing on the cake is when he talked about their money problems. He begged his parents to let them move in with them. Of course, his parents flipped out about the divorce and his new wife. They let him know all about how warped his moral sense was. Of course, they rejected his request, and on top of it, his siblings were completely appalled that he could do something so dumb. The two of them got the cold shoulder on the vacation as well, and then slunk back to their grubby apartment after it was over. I was enjoying myself too much to let it end, so I told all the women that Courtney stole men from about what happened. They loved it as much as I did. The word poetic came up a lot. They all seemed to be doing great and were bragging about what great men they found afterwards. They let Courtney know how happy they were too, then promptly blocked her. I have to say, I like their style. I may have to try that myself if I ever get remarried.
Mindy, please, you have to help me. I'm desperate here. I really need some support. Brock just kicked me out of the house and I don't have anywhere to go. Please help me. What? How did this happen, Sarah? Why would your own husband kick you out of the house? Well, the thing is that this is the third time that he found out that I was cheating on him, and then Brock, he just got so mad at me and he told me he wanted me out of the house right away. He just told me to pack my things and get out the house as soon as I could. Wait a second. Did you just say that this is the third time you were caught cheating on him? Sarah, you have got to be kidding me, right? I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but Brock caught you cheating 2 other times this year, right? And somehow you still convinced him not to divorce you, right? Yeah, that's right. But now he's caught me a 3rd time now, so it's really bad. You know, at first I didn't intend to start a 3rd affair, but then I saw this really sexy guy at my gym, and I just couldn't help myself. I just got sucked in. It wasn't my fault. Sarah, I can't believe you. I mean, you and Brock have kids together and you still went off and did something like this? What were you thinking? I mean, it hasn't even been 6 months since Mom and Dad went and begged him to forgive you on your behalf, but then you turn around and do something like this again? Look, you can lecture me about all this later, but right now I seriously need some help. Mindy, please. I don't have anywhere I can go to now. All my friends are telling me that this is what I deserve and are not going to do anything to help. I have nobody else I can turn to. You're all I have left. I'm headed to your place right now, so please let me stay a few nights while I get back on my feet. I'm sorry, but that's not going to work. I'm actually out of town right now on an extended business trip. Even if I wanted to, I'm not there to let you in. Wait, what? How long would you be gone? Will it be longer than a week? Maybe I can just camp out at the park until you get back. Like I said, this is a long business trip, and I probably won't be back for about another year. You're going to be gone a whole year? I really don't think I'll be able to hold out camping in a park for that long. Oh, please, can you just come back early from your business trip for me? Just tell one of your subordinates to take over for you and come home. I need you. What are you talking about? I'm certainly not going to be doing anything like that. And besides, even if I wasn't on this trip right now, I still wouldn't offer you to stay at my place. Getting kicked out of the house, losing anybody that might want to offer you any help, all of that is your fault. You have nobody but yourself to blame. How can you be so cruel? All right then, fine. If you're going to be like that, then how about this? I can accept that you're not going to let me stay at your place. I'll find a place on my own. But please, and I'm begging you here, can you at least help me with the money I'll have to pay in the divorce? I can't pay it on my own. Why do you think I would do something like that? You have to be crazy if you think that I'm going to help you. Sarah, I have had just about enough of you. You need to figure out your own house and pay your own court fees. Anyway, I'm going to be leaving now. Take some responsibility for once in your life and take your life seriously, okay?
Hello, Mindy. This is Brock. I know it's been a while since we last talked, so sorry to message you all of a sudden.
Oh, Brock. It's been quite a while, hasn't it? How have you been?
Well, I'm doing my best as a single father. It has its days, but it can be quite tough as well. Anyways, I'm sorry for reaching out like this so suddenly, but I had something I would like to ask you, if that's alright. Is now a good time?
Yes, now is fine. What's on your mind?
Well, as you know, Sarah and I got divorced about a year ago. She had already cheated on me twice before, and that 3rd time was the last straw for me.
Yeah, I remember all that very well. I'm so sorry for the absolutely stupid things that Sarah did to hurt you. I just want you to know that my whole family really deeply regrets how poorly all that went down.
Well, that's the thing I wanted to ask you about. The truth is that my memories from that time are a bit foggy since there was so much going on at once. I felt like I was being pulled in so many different directions that a few of my memories from then are quite vague now. I remember doing things like making her sign the divorce papers and agree to pay child support and then kicking her out afterwards, but it really starts getting blurry after that.
Well, I really don't think that you should blame yourself for that. After all, you were going through so many emotions at the time. If anyone should be blamed, it should be my idiot sister.
Well, that's just it. I'm trying to think of a good way to put this. I think that while I was so blinded by anger, Sarah might have used that opportunity to take money from Kara's college fund.
Wait, what? What makes you think that?
Well, the other day, I was looking into the fund to see if it needed any revisions, and I found that about a year ago, the account had been closed. I called the company about what had happened to the money, and I was told that all of the funds had been transferred into my wife's account.
So you mean to say that Sarah took all the money out of Kara's college fund and ran away with it after the divorce?
Well, it's all conjecture, but it seems to be that way, yes. And another thing is that even to this day, she still hasn't paid a single penny of her child support. And that's, of course, to say nothing about the alimony.
What did you say? You mean to tell me that she hasn't paid anything?
Yes, although I really wasn't that concerned because I'm making enough to take care of Kara on my own. But now that she's run off with the money we'll put away for her college, well, I just can't forgive that. So anyway, that brings me to my main point. I've been looking all over for where she might have gone so that I can get in contact with her.
Wow, I cannot believe she would do something like that. That's just horrible. How could Sarah go and do something so stupid like that? When will she finally learn her lesson?
I thought that she might be living with her parents, and so I tried checking there. But they both told me that she had not gone to visit them at all in the past year. They told me that she's not even contacted them this whole time. I even asked some old mutual friends of ours, but no one has heard any news about her, it seems. So, finally, this brings me to you. I'm just wondering if you might know where Sarah might be. And if you do, I would really, really appreciate it if you would tell me. I mean, I'm even willing to pay for that information at this point.
Oh, Brock, I'm really, really sorry. Oh, you poor thing. I wish more than anything right now that I could help you, but I'm afraid to say that I don't know where Sarah is either.
You're kidding me. Not even you know where she's gone?
She came to me right after you kicked her out, begging for me to help her out, but that was a year ago, while I was still on my long business trip. And after that, I never ended up talking to Sarah ever again.
Oh, I see. Well, I appreciate you hearing me out anyways. If you hear anything from her, please let me know. I guess I'll just keep trying to see if I can find where she's gone.
Of course, the moment I have any information, I'll be sure to share it with you. And once we find her, you can make sure to hold her feet to the fire and make her pay for everything that she owes and has taken from you. Mindy, are you there? Hello? It has been like forever. When the heck are you finally going to come back home? I mean, it already has been a year since you told me about your business trip. Do you have any idea when you're finally going to be coming back? Sarah? Sarah, is that really you? Of course it's me. Now, when are you coming home? I'm about to run out of my savings. If you don't come back soon, I'm going to be in serious trouble. So hurry up and finish your business trip and get back here. Wait. What do you mean come back? Where are you right now? What do you mean, where am I right now? I'm in your apartment, of course. I've spent the last year living here while you've been gone. Excuse me? What? You've been living where? Well, I told you all that time ago that I really didn't have any other place to go, so I used the spare key to your apartment that I had made in secret to sneak into your place. You did what? You have a spare key to my apartment? Well, after Brock found out about me cheating on him the second time, I thought it would be a good idea to have a spare key to your place, so I had one made. I mean, Mom and Dad were not going to help me, so I had to take things into my own hands to protect myself. And man, was that the right call. Who knows what would have happened to me if I had not done that? Are you kidding me right now? I seriously cannot believe you. And of course, I felt really bad about breaking into your apartment without asking you first, but I seriously had no other option. I mean, I was a housewife with no job. What else was I supposed to do after getting divorced? I tried to look around, but no other place was willing to rent to me. Staying here really was a last resort for me, but it finally came to it. But I have had the utilities stopped. Have you lived without water or power for this long? So that's what happened. I was wondering why nothing would turn on. but I was only using this place to sleep anyways. Besides that, I've been going to a cafe or the library to pass the time. Wait a second. Hold the freaking phone. So you're telling me that for the past year you have not had a job and have just been squatting in my apartment? Well, of course I want to work, but I just have not found the right company for me yet. What I'm really looking for is a company that will pay me $3,000 a month where I only have to work 3 days a week. And you will not find anything like that because a job like that does not exist. Well, that's not my fault. After all, I was just a housewife. I don't have any skills. Wait, I know. What if I become your personal maid instead? I'll do everything around the house for you, and in exchange, you can give me a place to live. Are you serious right now? I mean, you've kind of been doing that already since you have been letting me live here for the past year anyways. Surely your place is big enough for the two of us. I may not understand corporate life, but I do know how to keep a house. Don't you see? This is a win-win. No, it is not a win-win, and I don't want you in my apartment any longer. Pack your things and get out right now, and I'm not afraid to throw you out, so please just leave on your own. What? You would throw me out? But you can't do that. I won't go. I have already made up my mind to live here for the rest of my life. And who told you that was even a decision you could make? Wait, I think I get it now. Did your business trip get extended? Is that why you still haven't come back yet? That's no problem. I'll just hold the fort here until you come back. But I don't have much left in terms of savings, so you'll have to send me some money, though. Thank you so much for paying for this last year's worth of rent. I'm looking forward to living with you, sis. But I canceled my lease with that apartment building a year ago. Wait, what? I don't get it. What do you mean? Ugh, I'm just so sick of having to deal with you. Do you have any idea how much it takes out of me to try and put up with your antics? Anyways, apparently I have to make some calls to the real estate company, so I'll get back to you soon, okay? Wait, no, come back. What do you mean you canceled the lease? Are you saying that this place is not even yours anymore? I thought you kept the apartment even while you were away for your business trip. Well, I didn't. Before I left for my business trip, I thought about how long I would be out of my apartment and that my trip might get extended, so I decided to not waste the money renting an empty apartment and canceled my contract. Wait, you did what? When did you do that? A year ago. I just said. I honestly can't believe that you didn't even think of that, even though there's no furniture. Did you really never once think that I might just have canceled my lease? I just kind of thought that you were really into minimalism or something. What? No, that's insane. Are you serious? Anyways, I just called the real estate company and they told me that other tenants had a rumor about a ghost haunting the room since it was supposed to be unoccupied. But now it's clear that it was you this whole time. What? People thought there was a ghost here? What happened? Did somebody try to come in or something? Well, whenever anyone would go to show a potential tenant the room, the customers would see long hair all over the floor and were put off. And every time the cleaner would go into the room to get it ready, there would always be long black hair. Everybody thought the place was haunted this whole time. Wait, so that was just the person getting the room ready to be rented? I thought that you had hired a maid or something to keep the place tidy while you were gone. You are so dumb. But she would come without warning all the time, and it kind of bugged me. And come to think of it, I always thought that for a maid, her clothes were too drab. Anyways, I just always hid from her while she was doing her cleaning. Well, at least now they know that all the hair was yours. The real ghost was you the whole time, Sarah. You were just practically never at home during the day, so that's why nobody in the building ever knew that you were there. Oh, I get it now. I explained things to the building manager, and he got so upset and started yelling about how long you'd been trespassing there. He said that he was going to charge you for staying a whole year without paying. Wait, what? Hold on just a second. I was only staying there in the first place because I thought that you were still renting it. This is all just one big misunderstanding. Besides, I don't have that kind of money anyway. I really don't think that an excuse like that is going to get you out of having to pay. Besides, I think you have much more money than you're actually letting on. Brock told me all about how you took the money from Kara's college fund. What? He already found out about that? But I already used all of it and I don't have any kind of job. I've been using all of that money to live day to day, but anyways, I have to get out of here fast. If I don't get out right now, the building people are going to catch me. It's too late. Brock will be arriving any moment. What? Why is he here? He told me about how you took the money and have not even paid child support. As soon as I found out that you were living in my old apartment, I told him where you were right away. Are you kidding me? Why would you do that? I had managed to avoid him for a whole year. I told you that it was time for you to start taking your life seriously, didn't I? Well, now it's time for you to learn your lesson. You have been living irresponsibly and without any regard for others your whole life. Just be an adult about this and pay what you owe.
Mindy, thank you so much for reaching out to me yesterday. I really appreciate it. I took Sarah straight to a loan office when I found her. I made her pay back the college fund and the child support, all of it. Now that I have what she owes me, I'll never have anything to do with her ever again.
Well, that's just fantastic news. I'm really happy for you, Brock. I also heard that you handed her over to the real estate company. I was even told that they gave you a reward for bringing her in.
What? No, I didn't get any sort of reward from the real estate people.
Oh, really? But I remember the person I talked to said they definitely wanted to reward you. They told me that they wanted to offer you my old apartment, the one that Sarah was squatting in for a year, for half the usual cost of rent.
Wait, what? Half the price? But the place you used to live is really nice.
Well, the thing is that thanks to Sarah, there have been rumors that the apartment is haunted now and they can't get a single tenant who wants to live there. Even if they lower the rent, still, no one wants it. So it's not only that they want to give you the room at half price, but they really want you to move in the hopes that you living there will dispel any rumors about the room being haunted.
Ah, I see. Well, paying half rent would certainly be a huge help. And if it helps the apartment building too, then I guess it's a win-win, isn't it?
By the way, the building is near my parents' house. I can't imagine how difficult it must be to be a single father, so this way you could be closer to Kara's grandparents. We just really want to do anything we can to make up for all that she's done to you.
Wait, are you serious? I don't know what to say. That would be a huge help. Even though Sarah and I aren't even married anymore.
Kara's still their granddaughter. My parents want to help you in any way they can, so please, don't even worry about asking them for anything that you might need.
I really am just speechless. After Sarah betrayed me, I really felt like I could never trust anyone ever again. And taking care of a kid all by myself has been so difficult. If your parents really want to help out that much, that would just be fantastic. And on top of all of it, I get to live in a wonderful condo at half price.
Well then, I suppose I better call the building and tell them that you're interested. They'll prepare all the paperwork for you.
Yes, please. Oh, wow. I'm just so happy right now. And I'll do as I said and pay you the money for telling me where Sarah was.
What? No, come on. You don't have to do something like that. How about instead, when I go to visit my parents, you introduce me to Kara?
Yes, of course. That would be amazing.
Looking forward to it. Well, I've got to get back to work, so I'll talk to you later. And again, I'm just so sorry for everything that Sarah put you through. But I have a feeling that things are going to get a lot better for you from now. I hope you and Kara enjoy your new place. After that, Brock and his daughter moved into their new condo as fast as they could, and with the help of my parents, he's had a much easier time raising Kara. My parents had never even met her before that, so they thanked Brock for finally bringing her over. It was really just a big love fest for everyone. As for my sister, Sarah, however, after taking out the loans to pay the real estate company and everything that she owed Brock, she was left in a hefty amount of debt. Now she works hard every day at a low-paying job without uttering a single complaint. Rumor has it that after taking into account interest that she would have to work somewhere around 50 years before she can pay everything off. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.